Hey everyone, today we're going to go through all of the entertainment and activity options on Norwegian's Gem right after this. Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome back to our channel. If it's your first time here, we are simply a travel agency. We try to give you the best information possible to make a decision about your cruise vacation. If that sounds great, we post videos here every day. Some of them are very immersive with video and pictures. When we've been on a ship recently, we'll give you all those details. Otherwise, we go through kind of verbally and walk you through different options for different cruise ships. I'd like to give you all the information so you know where things are, where they're located, what you could do on that ship, so you can make a more informed decision on whether or not that ship is right for you. So today we're going to be talking about all of the activities and entertainment options on the NCL Gem, and we'd love for you to come along with us. If that's something you love, please consider subscribing. So let's start with the shows. So the theater, which is the Stardust Theater, is on decks 5, 6, and 7. It's one of the older school theaters on a cruise ship, which is very big because during the time when the ship was built in the mid-2000s, the theater was kind of the focal point of the nightly entertainment, right? There wasn't all of these different options like we have now on the Breakaway Plus class ships or Oasis class ships, where there's aqua theaters and ice skating rinks and all these different things. There was strictly a theater. So the theater is very big. It's on decks 5, 6, and 7. And they do have a few different shows that are in the theater. If you're on a short cruise or even up to a 7-day cruise, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get to see all of these shows, but these are the shows that they have. So the first one is Blazing Boots. You're definitely going to see this one. It's a pop country show. Songs from like Taylor Swift, Luke Bryan, Carrie Underwood, that kind of like modern poppy country. Singing and dancing, live orchestra, which is great on the cruise ships. It's a great show. Next up is Get Down Tonight, which is a 70s music show. So singing and dancing, Earth, Wind & Fire, The Who, all kind of like rock, soul, R&B, all those different things. I really like the Gem. I like this class ship. If you like a smaller cruise experience, it's not a small ship, but it's a smaller ship compared to a lot of the ships now. It's manageable is like the best way I can explain it. It's a very manageable ship. So those are the first two shows. Next up is Pure Variety, which is exactly what it sounds like. Singing and dancing show. And then Swing the Musical, which is singing and dancing from the jazz era. So those are the 4 production shows that you may or may not see on your cruise. Then you're going to have some game shows like Deal or No Deal, which is a NCL show, which takes place in the theater. And then as you wander around the ship, there are going to be some other things. So like on deck 6, there are 3 separate rooms for bridge. So if you like to play bridge, NCL really has leaned into bridge lately, and there's a lot of opportunities to play bridge on NCL. We're even having a bridge cruise in November. So next up on deck 6 is the casino. If you are into NCL's Casino at Sea, you can do that on deck 6. On all of these cruise ships, the casinos are pretty large. So you're going to have a lot of options there for table games, blackjack, craps, roulette, all of your other like poker games. They have poker tables where you could sit down. They have poker tournaments, slot tournaments that you could do, that you can sign up for. Some of those are additional costs, so keep an eye on that. But the casinos there, obviously they have a ton of slot machines. There's a bar in there. There's bar service in there. So great place to go and hang out in the evening. If you don't have anything else going on, you would play a little casino. So next up is trivia. So all during the day, generally in the atrium, they're going to have a lot of different trivia games. Also in the Spinnaker Lounge, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes. In the when you go down and you're going to hit the atrium, which is on deck 7, you will see there's a ton of things going on in the atrium all day, all night. It's right where Starbucks is. It's right where guest services, all that stuff is right there. So you're going to have like performers there throughout the course of the evening, and even sometimes during the day. A lot of the demonstrations when they do like the napkin folding or the towel folding, the towel animal classes that they do, even some sushi classes and stuff, all of those things generally take place in the atrium. Even like Zumba or some of the little dance classes they have, all of that are fun things that you could do all in the atrium. So you can hang out there pretty much all day and there's something going on there and night. So the next up we're going to talk about is the art gallery, which is on deck 7. I always joke around about the art gallery and the art shows. They're the same on every single cruise ship. So you get to see them, and it's just, I'm sure it's great if it's your first time, but it's funny because we see the same art and everything every single cruise that we go on. So the art gallery is there. NCL does do a fun scavenger hunt on the in the art gallery, which I really enjoy. And if you win and you get all the things right, you get a little print to take home, which is really nice. So we talked about trivia. Also up next is bingo. So bingo is going to take place in the theater some days in the Spinnaker Lounge, and they do NCL is pretty good with bingo. They do cash prizes. They give away a Caribbean cruise on one of them. I think it's on the last sea day they give away a Caribbean cruise. So go play yourself some bingo. Have fun. The only one that's a bit of a buzzkill is the full board, which takes forever. Also on deck 7, you're going to have the Bliss Ultra Lounge. The Bliss Ultra Lounge is the nightclub, and it's like the legit nightclub. Like if you go in there at night, it's going to be dark. There's like club music playing. It's very, very clubby. In years past when I was on this ship, it was very crowded. In the past few times that I've been on this ship, in this class of ship, it doesn't get too crowded. There's some people in there, but nothing crazy. You can go in there and just have a couple drinks in the evening. They also do some things during the day. So just so you're aware of that, like trivia and things sometimes take place in there if something else is crowded. Next up, Spinnaker Lounge, also kind of a clubby environment. It's up on deck 13, so you have really nice views from the Spinnaker Lounge, and they do some shows in there. You'll see performers in there at night, karaoke sometimes in Bliss, so you're aware those are other fun things you could do. And then if you have kids, let's talk about kids for a minute. Up on deck 12, you're going to have Splash Academy, which is the kids daycare kind of program that you can enroll your kids in, which there's no cost for, which is great. Then you have the Entourage Teen Club. So it's like a little nightclub. It has a movie theater in it and stuff for kids during the day and the evening. There's an arcade, obviously, up on deck 12 as well. Kids have their own pool. So those are some fun things for kids. And they do have additional daycare and babysitting at night as well for an additional cost. So next up for adults, some other things that you could do. Obviously up on deck 12, we have the fitness center and the spa. So you can obviously go work out. You could take yoga classes, bike classes. They're not spin technically. They're not Peloton, but they do have classes up there on the bikes. And obviously all your treadmills and things like that. And then there is spa treatments. So you can get your hair done, your nails, manicure, pedicure, all of those things. You can even get massages and different, they have a doctor on board to get Botox and acupuncture, all of those things. They have classes as well for those. Then they have a thermal suite, which on the larger ships I really love. On this ship, it's a little weird. They have a male thermal suite and a female thermal suite, which makes it smaller. It gives you more privacy if you would like that, which is nice, I guess. But those are nice. They have like a sauna, steam room, those type of things, a little whirlpools in there that you can hang out in during the day. So that's a nice little touch there. And then obviously we talked about fitness classes. So all of those take place up there. And then your hair salon also there. So the last couple things we're going to talk about is just a few options around the ship. One, there's a library. It's one of my favorite little spots on the ship. There's a library and a card room, and that's generally where you can go in the mornings. Obviously, you can go there and get books, right? So you get books in the library. You can also get board games. You can go in there and play board games, checkers, dominoes, chess. They even have like Uno and those type of things in there. And then they have a crossword puzzle every day and Sudoku every day. So you can go in there and pick that up and grab a pencil and do that. And it's also a really quiet area. So if you need to get a little bit of work done, maybe, if you just want to go read, or you just need to get away from everybody for a little bit. Cruises can be overwhelming sometimes for people with all the people around and all the music and entertainment. So if you just need a little bit of quiet time, that's usually a pretty good spot to head to. Then up on deck 13, we're going to round it out with just some activities. So you're going to have, you're going to have shuffleboard up there as well as chess. They have the like giant chess pieces up there. Then right around the corner from that, you're going to have the sports court where you can play tennis, basketball, soccer, all of those things. They do dodgeball during the day. They have free throw shooting contests, a bunch of fun things like that. Then they have golf little driving nets. It's not like a simulator. It's kind of old school. They just have like irons out there with like golf balls, and you can hit them into the net, which is fun for a little bit. And then they have a rock climbing wall on deck 14 all the way in the back. Olden days when we were trying to compete, I guess when NCL was trying to compete with Royal Caribbean. So there's a rock climbing wall on the ship. Those are most of the entertainment and activities. Obviously, the cruise director staff is going to keep you up to date with everything that's going on in the ship. You'll get your daily cruise compass, or you can check it on the app now, where you can see everything that's going on up to the minute. Things change all the time, so just be aware of that. If you get on the ship and you're like, well, we thought this show was going to be on there, be prepared. You're at sea. They don't have 100 different performers ready to go. So if somebody gets sick or something happens, they do change things up every once in a while. Those are your entertainment options. Do you have a favorite? Do you like the Gem? Is this one of your favorite cruise ships? Let us know in the comments below. Again, we'd love for you to like the video and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Everybody have a great day. Thanks. Bye.